If you were to hear the curse of the INFJ, what would your immediate thoughts be? What do you think would be the biggest struggle that an INFJ faces? What's the hardest thing that you find in your life? I think for every INFJ, this is going to look different, depending on who you are. But in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think is the biggest curse in being an INFJ for me. And perhaps if we can change our perspective, it could also be our greatest gift. Hey everybody, I'm Sam and I'm an Australian-based online counsellor for INFJs, introverts, empaths, gentle souls, and I also provide counselling for those who are healing from childhood trauma. If you've been around for a while, you might have noticed that in the past 4 to 6 weeks, I disappeared. Yep, that's right. And I am putting it down to the curse of the INFJ. It's the thing that I personally find to be the most frustrating, the most annoying, the most debilitating thing that I have to face on a day-to-day basis. And if I could change anything about myself, now remember I am so big on coming to a place of self-acceptance of who you are, but if I could change anything about myself, then it would be this curse that I am going to be sharing about. And while I share about this, I'm also going to give you a little life update on where I've been, what I've been up to, what's going on, and also my plans for the future of this YouTube channel. Because let me tell you guys, it has been a journey. The last month has been a huge journey and I'm ready to share it with you. What am I talking about with the curse of the INFJ? Well, for me, that would be experiencing INFJ burnout, of that debilitating exhaustion, that feeling where you just have nothing left to give, where your nervous system is so frazzled that you just can't operate, that your executive functioning skills just go down the toilet. Some people might think of it as autistic burnout or introvert burnout or whatever burnout. Either way, burnout sucks. So I have been doing this YouTube channel for 4 years now. 4 years. While I was taking my break, YouTube sent me a little happy birthday message, which was lovely. And at that point in time, I was ready to quit. I just wanted to delete my YouTube channel, get rid of it. The reason why I stuck around is because I missed you. But also, as I took a break and a rest, I realized just how passionate I am about this channel and about meeting up with you guys on a regular basis. Like, when I say I have missed you, I really do mean that. I have missed you so much. But the burnout was so real. For 6 months, had been pre-scheduling videos like weeks in advance. And then one day, I couldn't be bothered filming. And I thought, oh wow, I'm really tired and I just need to have a break. I'm just gonna have a week off. Before I knew it, it has been over a month of pulling out this camera, my dusty old camera, and filming a video with you. So it was completely unplanned. I didn't mean to have a rest, but as I took that week off, I discovered just how broken I felt. No, that sounds very dramatic because life is good for me. I'm not gonna lie, life is good. I'm happy, but I've just been tired. And what frustrates me the most about being an INFJ with online business is the algorithm does not favor you if you decide to take a rest. And the thing is, when you're an INFJ, you need to rest. You need to have self-care. You need to take breaks. You need to step away from the screens and step away from what you're doing to recharge, to recoup, to re-energize yourself so that you can continue to show up and give of yourself and give creative energy. But the algorithm does not like that. If you take a break for a week or 2 weeks, then your videos or your Instagram posts or whatever content you are pushing out there will go down the toilet. And so I kept, for the first half of this year, I kept pushing forward, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let the algorithm beat me. I am not gonna let it pull me down. I am going to keep showing up for you. And I did. And then I just felt so exhausted. I could not get out of bed. Someone's calling me, but I'm going to ignore them. I got to a point where I realized that I cannot let the algorithm tell me what to do. And if I want to be a leader, I feel weird saying that because I've never thought of myself as a leader, but if I want to be an INFJ therapist, a therapist who talks a lot about self-care, then I need to do the work despite what the algorithm says or does. Now, the other thing that has been going on in my life, which is all very exciting, is I started studying my Masters of Counselling, which I am loving. Now, if you're in America, you might be confused about why I can say I'm a practicing counsellor or therapist, but also studying my Masters. So I have other qualifications that allow me to be qualified and a registered counsellor in Australia, and the Masters is just that next step, that next level up. Because I realized that I don't just want to be a content creator. I don't just want to be someone who's on YouTube and provides counseling. I want to be a thought leader in the therapy world. I want to be somebody who makes change. I want to contribute to the therapy world, and I have felt like to do that I need to get my Masters. And so I started my Masters back in May, which has kept me super busy. It's been incredible. I'm loving academic writing. I am loving researching, which I never thought I would say that, but I really am loving it. And I just got to a point where I was feeling exhausted, that I needed to prioritize what was important for me right now. And unfortunately, YouTube was at the bottom of the list because my family, my children, they're number one. Yeah, and then it's like my clients and my studies. And then there's YouTube and marketing. So I've barely even been showing up on Instagram either, which I am trying to change, because that is the other thing. I feel like I'm talking like a lot, but I just feel like there's so much to tell you. I have been running my Instagram account now for about 9 years, and I leave paper cranes in the community with messages of hope and healing to spread kindness. But while I've been studying my Masters of Counselling, I recently did a unit on mental health counselling and talking about mental health, breaking the stigma, and how as counsellors, we're almost like, it's our responsibility to bring more awareness about mental health, to talk about mental health in a way where other people can feel comfortable to talk about their mental health, and to break the stigma on what society says mental health is and what it isn't, and to give people the space and the comfort and all of that to be able to talk about their own mental health issues. And so while I've been taking my break, I've been thinking a lot about my Instagram, about my paper cranes, and moving it towards a way of mental health awareness, mental health prevention, mental health promotion in my messages with the paper cranes. Now, the paper cranes mean hope and healing. My whole name is Paper Crane of Hope. And the thing is, as therapists, as counselors, our role is to bring hope to you. So if you're an INFJ who often feels burnt out like myself and feels exhausted and feels like everything is too hard, I want you to know that there is hope. And I guess I want my paper cranes to be a symbol of that hope, of that optimism, that no matter what you've been through, no matter what you are struggling with, that you can get through it with the right support, with the right people around you, with the right tools. You can get through whatever it is that you're going through. The other thing that's been happening in our life is we're in the middle of home renovations, which has been super, I want to say fun, because I feel like that's what I'm meant to say, but I'm loving it. We got polished concrete floors and we're doing our bathroom at the moment, and maybe eventually I'll show you what all of that looks like. But even though it's a positive thing that's happening, it's been really stressful on my nervous system. It's prevented me from being able to film when I've wanted to, because I am having a constant stream of tradies in the house, and it's been really loud, it's been really dusty, it's been a lot for my nervous system. And so when they're not in the house, I'm finding I am trying to recover and look after myself. And so the last thing I have wanted to do was film and chat with you, because I have been feeling very frazzled. The next thing, I want to talk about the future of this channel. So we've been hanging out now for 4 years, and I've been mostly turning up every week, except for, you know, moments when I haven't been able to. And I have been talking about INFJs. I've been talking about introverts, empaths for 4 years. And I have to be honest with you, I realized while I was taking a break that I'm exhausted. I am so tired talking about INFJs, and it's been a real wrestle for me, because my favorite, no, I don't have favorites, but I love providing counselling for INFJs. And so I got in my head that if I want to attract INFJs into to be my clients, then I need to always talk about INFJs. But I'm tired. I am absolutely exhausted. I feel like I've got nothing left to say. Clearly right now I have a lot to say, but I feel like when it comes to the topic of INFJs, I've said what I said. And I was talking about this on Threads, and a lady wrote that she also wants INFJ clients. I don't know what her business was. And she was afraid to not talk about INFJs, but she has found that as she is authentic in talking about whatever it is she wants to talk about, that she just naturally brings in the INFJs and introverts anyway. Because I think as INFJs, we give off this energy, we give off this vibe on the internet, maybe not in real life, where our other INFJs find us, like moth to a light. And so I realized while I was taking a break, it's not that I don't want INFJs on my channel, but the thing is, I don't want to talk about you anymore. I want to sit down with you, I want to have a cuppa with you, and I want to talk with you. I want to talk about other topics with INFJs. Now, I don't know how to do that when it comes to keyword search and the algorithm, and I fear that if I don't have INFJ in my titles, then no one will find my videos. But I do have some ideas. There are some things I want to talk about, like childhood trauma and other more therapy things. But there is something I noticed that happened on my channel about a year ago, where I was doing more like therapy reactions to TV shows like Baby Reindeer and Ray Gunn, the breakdancer in Australia. What else did I react to? There was a couple of other reactions, and I'm thinking I want to do that. So I'm going to try that, but this is my other life update for you. In 1 week, I am going overseas. So I'm going to Canada. I'm from Australia, if you didn't know, and I'm going to Canada for about 3 weeks, which I'm so excited about. I'm just, haven't been to Canada since 2019, so we're long overdue. That's my husband's Canadian, so we have family there, we have friends there, we're going for a wedding. I'm really excited, which means I don't know when I'm going to be doing my next video. I'm gonna see, I've got one more week before I go away, so I'm gonna see when I can film, but we are still doing the bathroom renovation and I never know when the tradies are coming until like the night before. So right now it's just really hard to plan things. I am such a planner, I am routine based. I've always had my one day that I would film, and then the day that I would edit, and then the day that I would upload, and that's just all in the air right now. But I've had to come to a place of surrender, of acceptance that this is where I'm at, this is who I am. It's okay to rest, it's okay to take a break. But yeah, I just wanted to put this video out there just to touch base with you, let you know what's going on, let you know some of the things that's whirling around in my brain, and to also let you know how grateful I am for you for being part of this journey for so long. Like, I am so grateful for you, so thank you for all of your kind words you've always given me. And if you do see my videos begin to change, I honestly would really love if you could stick around and show up and be part of the conversation, because I want us to have more conversations, not about INFJs, but just with INFJs. And yeah, let me know if that makes sense. Like, write a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I've missed you. And I will see you in the next video, whenever that may be.